So it's been officially 20 years since The Matrix came out. March of 1999, the movie hit theaters. And I remember seeing it at the age of 17 years old and thinking to myself, my God, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I legitimately had intense tears coming down my face during the lobby scene of the first movie. And all I kept thinking to myself after it was over was, my God, I'd love to see a sequel to that movie. And of course, at the time, they said nothing about it. And then, we know what happened with Reloaded and Revelations and whatnot. And then, of course, it's been silent since 2003, and probably for the best because those films didn't do as well as they could have done. At the end of the day, though, people still maybe wanted more. And unless we were going to get certain people with it, no one really wanted to check it out, right? If it wasn't going to be Keanu, who was dead, or Carrie Moss, who was also dead, why even bother? But apparently today, The Matrix is officially a go with Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Ann Moss, and Lana Wachowski. Now, not Lily and Lana Wachowski, just one of the Wachowskis. And I do find that to be a bit of an issue. Now, it says here, Lana Wachowski is set to write and direct the fourth film set in the world of The Matrix, with Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Ann Moss reprising their roles as Neo and Trinity. Warner Brothers Pictures and Village Roadshow Pictures will produce and globally distribute the film. Warner Brothers Picture Group Chairman Toby Emmerich made the announcement on Tuesday, saying, "We could not be more excited for re-entering The Matrix with Lana. Lana is a true visionary, a singular and original creative filmmaker, and we are thrilled that she is writing, directing, and producing the new chapter in the Matrix universe." So here's the thing: is it wasn't just Lana; it was also it was Andy and Larry Wachowski originally, and then during the process of, I think, shooting The Matrix Reloaded, Larry transitioned to Lana, and then a couple years ago, the other one transitioned to Lily, and that's fine. That's cool. That's great. But that's so. I just want to say, when they say it's a singular and original creative filmmaker, you're missing on another person here, right? Like, you're missing another person. It's never been known. Originally, it was the Wachowski brothers, and that's gone away with, and that's all well and good. And then it's the Wachowskis. Now it's the Wachowski, non-plural. And it's like, okay, so what happened to the other one? Why didn't she come on board? And then again, looking at this movie, the way that it is, and what we know from The Matrix, why not bring, I don't know. It kind of feel, even with Keanu and Carrie-Ann Moss, I kind of feel like if the whole team's not there, why even bother? The whole team, mind you. Although people really just want to see Keanu Reeves come back as Neo and kick ass, let's be fair. Anyway, in addition to Wachowski, the script is also written by Alexander Hemon and David Mitchell. Wachowski is also producing with Grant Hill. Sources say the film is eyed to begin production at the top of 2020. So, like, what's going to happen with John Wick Chapter 4, since Lionsgate already approved and greenlit that thing for 20? I mean, that's probably going to shoot sometime after this, I'm assuming. But anyway, what I wanted to show you guys was why they're doing this. So, even though it's been 20 years, taking a look here at Box Office Mojo, we can see that Matrix Reloaded, The Matrix, and Matrix Revolutions have all earned a fair amount of money, with the Revolutions earning quite a bit less than The Matrix Reloaded, which opened only 5 months or 6 months or whatever prior to that film. They both dropped in 2003, and you figured they both would have done pretty well. But a lot of people didn't really care for Reloaded, and Revolutions clearly felt that, to the tune of a loss of well over $300 million. That being said, $1.633 billion unadjusted since 2003 is what the franchise has made. And that makes a lot of sense. It does. That's why they want to do it. Now, the article does go on to say here that Warner Brothers has been trying for the last couple of years to find a way to get back into the Matrix universe, but a holdup over producing rights slowed the project down. I wonder if there's anything to do with, like, the lawsuits that keep happening. There's like a bunch of lawsuits against the Matrix, at least one of them. Anyway, over the past couple months, the studio saw an opportunity to ramp up development, with Reeves boasting a strong summer that included box office hits like John Wick 3 and Toy Story 4, trying to, and then a script from Wachowski drummed up the excitement. Yeah, John Wick Chapter 3, I totally would give that to Keanu, but Toy Story 4, even as good of a character as Duke Kaboom was, attributing it to that's a little on the sketch side, if you ask me. But plot details are currently unknown, as is how the role of Morpheus will be handled, originally played by Lawrence Fishburne. Some sources say that the role may be recast for a younger take. Whatever, man. They made Samuel Jackson like 25 years younger. Okay. That de-aging technology. on top of deep fakes. You know, it's fine. It's just going to be, they're just going to de-age Lawrence Fishburne. It's going to, look, the de-age Lawrence Fishburne is fine with me. Do not recast him. And when I say, and I also want to look here, just because I think these are always interesting, taking a look at this, the Rotten Tomatoes, to give you an idea about how popular this franchise is with the Wachowskis and their work and where things can go. I mean, here's the first movie, 88% certified fresh, 85% score. The second movie, 73% fresh, 72% audience score. Again, kind of hand in hand here, right? Kind of hand in hand. 88, 85, 73, 72, okay? Then we dive over to The Matrix Revolutions, which a lot of people straight up did not care for. 35%, even though the audience score seemed to be a little bit more on the favorable side, but still 72% down to 60%. That's a larger drop than 85 to 70. You know, I mean, well, it's about the same, I guess, but over the years. Now, the Wachowskis themselves also kind of failed when they went and they made Jupiter Ascending. This movie that was supposed to come out in the summer of 2014 was dumped from July 2014 to February 2015, going up against the likes of Kingsman and the first 50 Shades of Grey movie. If you've seen this movie, I feel bad for you. A lot of people out there didn't like it at all, and I don't freaking blame them. However, the Wachowskis did have a bit of a comeback, and this is a show they did for Netflix when Netflix was making was really trying to get a lot of original shows right away, and they were bringing a lot of people in. They did a show called Sense8. Sense8's got an 86% average tomato meter, a 91% audience score, and while the show only had 2 seasons in total, it did get enough of a fan pushback for Netflix to put up the money for a 2-hour series finale. And then just last year, the Wachowskis shut down their their Chicago production house for reasons unknown. Probably, if in my speculation on that, is if Lily Wachowski is not back to work on this next movie, it probably has more to do with the fact that they had a falling out, and that Lana Wachowski is then taking the reins and moving into this territory without her sister. And as a long-time 2-decade fan of this franchise, faults and all, I'm not a huge fan of this move. I feel like not having both of their talents there is going to potentially damage what we see. But at the same time, I'm also like, a 4th Matrix movie? Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Hook it up, man. Let me see this stuff. Like, I'm down for that. So I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of twisted. I don't know what to think. But I am curious to know what you guys think about that. So please, 100%, let me know.